Today's podcast is brought to you by Audible. Get a free audiobook download and 30-day free trial at www.audibletrial.com/thenerdcore. Over 180,000 titles to choose from for your iPhone, Android, Kindle, or MP3 player.
Hello, nerds. You're listening to an episode on the Nerdcore podcast feed. If you're feeling generous, please consider pledging to a tier on our Patreon at patreon.com/thenerdcore. We have tiers as low as $1 per month. Thanks so much, and enjoy the episode. Hello, nerds. You're listening to an episode on the Nerdcore podcast feed. If you're feeling generous, please consider pledging to a tier on our Patreon at patreon.com/thenerdcore. We have tiers as low as $1 per month. Thanks so much, and enjoy the episode.
Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Unstructured with YoungYoda. We are now up to episode 11, and I have done literally pretty much nothing for this episode. I will tell you the topic at hand is the Hamdog. And I bring this up not because of any real interest, but because I just got finished watching the YouTube of Australian Shark Tank, where a guy comes in offering the idea and the patent. Yes, he went through thinking of this part hamburger hot dog and actually creating it. You see what I'm getting at? And he went in there offering, because it's just a concept, he went in there offering the sharks, and not your regular sharks. There's no Mark Cuban or anything. This is Australian sharks. So, not even Chris Hemsworth. I don't know who these people were. But, anyway, moving on from Fat Thor, we'll go into... He basically went in there offering 25% stake of his idea for $1. And almost all the sharks shut him down. It was going bad. It was no, this isn't really a business. This is an idea that you have. You put in the work and the thought in actually patenting it and going through that, but it's so fucking dumb that I think my brain just exploded and my eyes are bleeding now. Anyways, he gets to the last shark. And the shark is like, look, we're going to make a lot of money. Of course, we're going to make a lot of money. It's a fucking carnival act. That's what the fuck this thing is. It's basically a hamburger split and then a hot dog put into it. But you guys got to see this. The main attraction to this isn't the meat part, which, I mean, that's the main attraction for most people is the meat part. And you know what I'm saying? Anyways, it's the bread. It's how they create it. There's a special mold for this bread where, a hamburger, it's got the circle thing going on. It's circular and it goes over the hamburger fine. But this mold allows for you to get that, but with two little nubs on the end of it, so it goes over the hot dog portion. This thing is fabulous. It is God's creation. It's like when he made Adam, basically. It is two different kinds of meat. A hot dog, I know, is many different kinds of meat, usually. But let's go with it's all beef frank. But two different meats. Sesame seed bun. Looking like a fucking space saucer. I mean, what better topic to bring up now? And again, I said, I have done little or no research. I Googled this shit. So we're going to go into some of these just so you get a little more background at. But if you get a chance, go onto the supercomputer in your pocket, go onto your desktop, your laptop, just Google Hamdog. Just go to images and look at that. Because it's like something that shouldn't exist, but we're in the worst kind of reality, so it does exist. Anyways, I guess that's enough of me rambling on about the Hamdog. So I'll go into the articles. This one comes to us from smartcompany.com.au. So Australian. Comes from us from Dominic Powell. It's from an article in September 23rd, 2016, titled Have a Hamdog. Why a business that scored a $2 deal on Shark Tank now has the world's attention. Have you ever been torn between a hamburger and a hot dog? Have you ever wished you could combine the two into a futuristic-looking hybrid? If you answered yes to either of those questions, Perth-based businessman Mark Murray has answered your prayers by developing the Hamdog. And then he has a Facebook ad. The hamburger and hot dog unite. The Hamdog. You know you want one. Maybe. Just maybe. The Hamdog looks mostly like a typical hamburger with the small bread extensions on the side to facilitate the placement of a hot dog down the middle. That's the little nubs I was telling you guys about. It's got these little nubs just for the hot dog. Murray has patented the product in Australia and the U.S., telling Smart Company it is the first food product with this kind of protection on the planet. The 51-year-old entrepreneur has started and owned upwards of 30 businesses in his lifetime, with his most recent being an auctioneering business. He is currently in the process of selling it, however, as the attention he's received for the Hamdog has been massive. It's gone truly viral. I did an interview for Good Morning America last night, and I think it's been on every media company out there, Murray says. The idea. Like all good ideas, Murray came up with the Hamdog after a night out at a pub in Nashville, Tennessee. Makes sense. Before calling his ride home, Murray decided to purchase both a hamburger and a hot dog. He totally Taylor Swifted that shit. I was in the passenger seat munching away on the burger and decided to start on the hot dog at the same time. Shit was going everywhere, Murray says. I said to my partner at the time, wouldn't it be easier if they joined these bloody things together? I think I then passed out, but the idea stuck with me. The next day, Murray began sketching up the initial concept of the Hamdog bun. Over the next 2 years, he put together a patent application, despite being told attempting to patent the concept was impossible. Murray underwent the patenting process himself in order to save money on legal fees. Despite being told without help, he had more chance winning an Olympic medal. A lot of people showed up in 2009 when I was given the patent, says Murray. Shark Tank. Since then, Murray has been trying to get funding for the business, appearing on the first episode of the first season of Shark Tank, where he admits he was kicked around a fair bit. Murray offered 25% stake in the Hamdog business for an investment of $1, claiming he had no interest in building the business and was simply wanting to get rid of the concept. Shark Andrew Banks took Murray up on his offer, doubling both investment and stake to take 50% for $2. Banks liked the concept as a novelty, but told Murray there's no business there. Banks tried to pitch the Hamdog in the U.S. market, but hit a brick wall. He was trying to pitch a product that doesn't exist. They couldn't get their heads around it, Murray says. Realizing the U.S. market wasn't ready for the Hamdog, Murray set his sights locally and launched the product 3 months ago at Edith Cowan University in Perth, Western Australia. Since then, it's gone ballistic, Murray says. A franchisable event food. The Hamdog has mostly been sold at events, such as sporting matches or community markets, and Murray says the hybrid is definitely going to be event food. When you're out and about at those sort of shows, you're doing something different, so the Hamdog fits right in, he says. We live in a pretty serious world, so it's good to see people interacting with a food that's a bit of fun. Murray says the Hamdog's future rests on his ability to franchise the business. He's offering other operators the potential to become an official Hamdog reseller for $10,000. Since the attention of the product, Murray says he has thousands of emails interested in Hamdog reselling. Everything was rolling along nicely until the bomb dropped. Now I've got people from Dubai asking if they could sell them, he says. The whole plan is interested, which is great, but it would have been nice to be a little prepared. No shit. Banks and Murray are now working on the best way to progress with the business, but Murray says he is hoping to take another shot at cracking the U.S. market. Americans eat 50 billion burgers a year. If we can get 1% of the market, that's $2 to $3 billion in sales. And that's a big number, he says. What the fuck are these selling for? So, time goes on, and he reaches the point where the man who created the Hamdog is now selling his U.S. patent. This comes from to us from CNBC by Matt Clinch. Following a week of intense media attention, the man who created a new food that merges a hot dog and a hamburger has decided to auction off his intellectual property rights. The Hamdog was invented in 2004 by Mark Murray, who lives in Perth, Australia. He successfully applied for patents in the U.S., but after his story went viral last week, has decided to pass it on to an entity that has the criteria required to roll it out in America. It's certainly gotten way bigger than I was expecting, he told CNBC via email, although he added that he will be retaining rights to sell the product in Australia. News of the hamburger hot dog hybrid that stretched across the globe was even the subject of an on-air rant by talk show host Jimmy Kimmel. The Hamdog comes in a bun made in a special mold and also features lettuce, tomato, pickles, cheese, and a variety of sauces. It's currently being sold for $8 Australian or $6 American. Got my answer. Murray told CNBC last week that he had plans to roll out the product to America next year. Sorry, guys. The auction will see the global intellectual properties and the U.S. patent trademark sold by online auction house WA Auctioneers and will commence September 30th. While there is a massive global market for the Hamdog, even the Hamdog could find its way into just a 1% American market. Yada, 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 $2 billion sales. We got that. Australian news and entertainment website news.com.au quoted Murray suggested the patent could be worth $100 million, but others have said that estimate isn't realistic. Really? I smell a rat, Murray told CNBC. A couple of so-called experts have been attacking my claims, commenting that there is no valid patent, he added. All right. And moving on to the last article I got up here. It is from IPWatchdog.com. This comes from Steve Brockman. The Hamdog is only one of many unusual U.S. patents covering bizarre foods. And I'll just read the part which covers it. Mark Murray of Perth, Australia, is the inventor of the Hamdog, combination hot dog and hamburger entree that uses a bun, which is specifically designed to hold both the hamburger and the hot dog. Murray's inspiration comes to him while visiting Nashville, Tennessee, when he left a bar to try to eat a hamburger and a hot dog at the same time to basically curb his hunger. Once again, necessity is the mother of invention. Murray has sought to auction the U.S. rights to his inventions, which is sold at Australian sports events for $6 USD. Yada, yada, yada. Murray's Hamdog innovation is seen in U.S. patent number. And guys, I want you to go check this out if you get a chance. Go check out this patent and go get U.S. patent number D584478. Again, this is U.S. patent number D584478. Titled Combination Hamburger and Hot Dog Bread Bun. It basically looks like one of those basically looks like a hat, really. The patent covers the design of a bread bun, which is round to cover a burger patty, but also includes an elongated middle bun section to cover a hot dog running down the center of the bun. The U.S. Patent and Trademark Office issued this patent to Murray in January of 2009. And they go on and they show some different novelty patents, like the pretzel dog, which we've all seen. Could go wrong there. They got this fucking weird star-looking thing. I don't even know what the fuck that is. What is that? If you want this food product for cigarette smokers who can't light up in the current surrounding, entitled Coffee Having a Nicotine Composition Dissolved Therein. Okay. The pizza cone. If you guys don't know what that is, go check that out. That shit's weird. And that was someone in New Jersey, of course. And high amplitude corrugated food product? What? Based snack, Frito-Lay food product having two sides, both sides having corrugated pattern. Moving on, I don't really know what the fuck that means. Frito-Lay is probably smarter engineers than I. But again, go check out their patent number D584478. It is kind of ridiculous in a way, but this is the stuff that needs to be reported on because it's just so entertaining. Again, guys, this is kind of ridiculous. I think many people love to do mashups. We got Jay-Z and Linkin Park one time. That was pretty dope. But sometimes the food mashups get a little weird. This one, I kind of get. I think the cool part of this is the bun, because if you Google this and you go search it, guys, it's just amazing kind of how the bun sits. Because the whole rest of the burger and the hot dog, it's like, yeah, whatever. But the bun, how he made that, and it's a special mold, I think that's the cool part. I think you could sell like the bun itself and then just have every other fucking person just cut their hamburger in half, put a hot dog in between, call it a day. So I think that's what he should do. He should roll out these novelty freaking hamburger hot dog buns and call it the ham bun. There you go. Call it ham bun. I'm helping you, Mark. I'll take $2. Anyways, thank you guys for listening to this probably the most stupid thing I've ever discussed on this whole podcast. And me and Raul have discussed a lot of stupid things. And I guess what I'll go on to now is I'll just go on to housekeeping because that's what Raul makes me do. Anyways, you can find me on Twitter at randomgerm101, but I would much prefer you to follow at the Nerdcores _, which hosts this show and other great shows such as the Ladies Nerdcores and the Impaired Files. Follow us on Instagram at the Nerdcores, and you can find all this information more at our new website, www.thenerdcores.com, where we've been posting blogs and other stuff. Be sure to check out our Patreon, patreon.com/thenerdcores. We actually reached 10 patrons, so we appreciate that, guys. And we're now going to be talking about comic books once a month. So we'll be reading them, discussing them. I'm hoping we get to talk about the Sandman, and because those are some really great comics. I think me and Raul could have some really good discussions on those. If you guys want to get in on those, let us know. But if you want to just listen to it, all you need to do is basically just support us with $1. Pledge that tier, and you get to listen to that basically whenever we post it. So yeah, really cool stuff. I got to give a shout out to our executive producers, of course, Grayson Barker, aka Warlord Hitman 98, who's been executive producer for I think longer than a year, which is crazy because we've only been around for a little more than 2 years. So thank you, Grayson. We truly appreciate the longevity and your support as always. Give it out to my friend Shane at twitch.tv/SWRKK, or follow his Twitter at SWRKK Twitch. He's a great streamer guy. He's a great guy anyway. And he really deserves y'all's support. I support him. I've been a sponsor, I think, now for 10 months on his Twitch. And yeah, really great. And I hope you guys get to check out all the fun he has on Twitch. And if you'd like to hear more from me, you can find me on the Nerd Cores, the Gamer Cores, as co-host throughout the week. I'm on like so many episodes. It's kind of ridiculous. I'm sure you guys get tired of hearing my voice, but grind never stops. And also, I now have a TikTok. Yes, that's kind of ridiculous in a way. I feel like I'm too old. I'm invading space. I feel like all those old parents and grandparents who have taken over Facebook and now have moved the older millennial generation towards other things. So I'm sorry to all the 14 and 15-year-olds out there who have to see my ugly mug. But I want to try it out. Let me know what you guys think, what I should post on. Should I talk on stupid shit, regular shit, cool shit? I don't know. Let me know. Again, thank you to all those who catch every episode and for all the new listeners stopping by. It's truly great to be able to do this, and I'm glad I was given the opportunity. So thank you guys. Shout out to Raul for creating this whole crazy thing and allowing me to continue being on this, even though I know I'm a pain in the ass. Anyways, thank you guys. Good night. YoungYoda out.